and she's a very lovable person. Just will give you the shirt off her back if you need it. And as long as you're doing right, she'll be trying to figure out a way to help you.
She's just a very genuine person. I mean,
Yeah.
real genuine. That's why everybody loves her, because she's got that big old smile and that laugh, and she's just always happy. Always
she's always
happy.
been this way.
Yeah. It's so much drama going on in the world today, and you just want to give people a glimpse of happiness somewhere, and through the midst of it all. I think that's my purpose. Make you chuckle a little bit, do something silly, say something crazy.
Feel Good family, what's going on? It's host of Feel Good the podcast, Malika Lee here, and we're digging deep in the archives today for this episode. It is from a series that's still in development, documenting inspirational people that are making a difference in their community and blooming right where they are. This episode is a different format, as you'll see, but I think you'll enjoy it all the same. I'm going to call it Joyful Service, and I couldn't think of a better guest to kick off this series with other than Toni Bailey, also known as Zumba Mama. The first two guests you heard were talking about her, and the last voice was Toni herself talking about her purpose. Also, before we start the show, I just want to acknowledge that it's been a while, and I've been doing some other things, including some workshops and one-on-one spiritual coaching that has been keeping me busy. But no matter how long the time passes between our times together, I'll be back. And if you want to know more of what I'm up to, feel free to check out thefeelgoodinstitute.com about that. All right, enjoy the show. Joyful Service with Toni Bailey, aka Zumba Mama. This recording is for educational purposes, and I do not own any of the rights to the music you'll hear in today's episode.
My name is Toni Bailey. Toni's my nickname. My real name that a lot of people don't know is Dolores.
Oh, you're already giving us the real name in the first couple seconds. This is an all access.
All accent.
Journey of Zumba and how...
Well, Zumba, I got involved. A friend of mine that I work with was trying to lose weight for a cruise, and I needed to lose some weight and find something to do because I was newly divorced, and I was burying all my time and effort into my two daughters and not really doing nothing for myself. So I went with her to class one night way out Federal Way, and I just had a ball. I said, oh my God, I need to bring this. I want this in my community. I want to figure out how to do this. And I was always scared to step out and try to teach, but that was something I felt that I could do. I felt that I could do that. So I asked the instructor about how to go about doing it, and I just jumped on it.
Wow. So how many classes? Did you even do it a year before you started learning how to teach it? Or?
Let's see. No, I didn't. I just went with her a few times, and then I went to the training. And then once I did the training, it took me a few months to get up enough nerve to learn everything and try to find a spot to have class, and just like, wow, is anybody gonna come? You're just thinking, oh, they're not gonna come. And then some people would see the commercial on TV. Back then, it was just really like, wow. And they would see the commercial, and I would mention it to them, and they're like, ooh, I'm not coming to your class if you doing all that, what I saw on TV. But then I let them know, there's more to Zumba. There's Zumba Gold, which is more low impact. And I said that's what I was going to cater to. Because I wanted to create an environment where women that don't normally go to a gym, and women that just not kind of like, I don't want to say my couch potato girls, but
You can say it. It's they know who they
my
are.
girls that come home and kick off their shoes from work and they just don't want to do nothing else. They don't want to. That's a lot of them say, well, Toni, once I get my shoes off, I'm not going back out.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to grasp them.
Okay.
You know?
That's a tough crowd.
Yeah, I know. And I just wanted them to be able to throw on some sweats and a t-shirt, wrap your hair. I don't care about all the cute little outfits and all that. I mean, you know, you can if you want to, but just an hour where you can just let go and dance and be free and, you know, have a good time. Have to get away from the hustle and bustle of mommy and wife and kids and husbands and significant others and, you know, just have a place to go for yourself for that 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. A week maybe until the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my goal.
I was thinking about this when you were saying about being a single mother at one point and finding time for yourself. Like, what advice would you give other single mothers that are still trying to figure out where they fit into their own life?
You gotta have some time for yourself so you can, you know, so you can be a good cheer for your kids. I mean, you need that time. You need that hour or whatever. Even if it's just you reading or walking or whatever you enjoy, you just gotta make time for yourself. So you won't go crazy.
You answered. I was getting ready to say why. What could you? But that's
you don't want to go crazy. I have so many ladies come up to me and they tell their husbands or their kids or they're making all these plans. Don't do it Wednesday at 6:30. I'm not going. That's my Zumba class. No, I'm not going. I'm like, I don't want to cause no confusion in the household. But thank you.
We'll see you then.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to hear people, you know, make that's their designated time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
For their body and their soul.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted a relaxed environment for women and men. Some men come.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming now.
Mm-hmm.
They're seeing how much fun we're having. This is our class theme song.
So how does she get you in the Zumba class?
So we were talking one day, as we normally do. You know, we run into each other, and I always see her out somewhere. I said, hey, you know, can I start a Zumba class? You should come do it. It's fun. And I'm like, okay, yeah, right. She goes, no, really. So I got over there, walked in, and it was, as usual, an all-women's class. I feel very privileged. I have a song in the class that I'm part of, and the crew seems to like me doing my little routine in there, and so that's fun. That's even funner. I'm in here to have fun and exercise, and Toni's fun. The class is fun. She makes it fun. So why not just join in? I do it all. I mean, I don't. If she says shake it, I shake it. I shake mine. But I'll stand in the back. I always stand in the back. I stand in my little spot. I just got one little spot, so I don't let nobody. Only time you see me shaking is when she actually move around from corner to corner, you know, facing different walls. Then people get to see me shaking. But normally, no one sees me shaking except for the basketball guys playing basketball. And they'll stop and look like, this guy's got to be nuts. He's the only guy in here doing what the women are doing, and he's shaking. So I know they think I'm crazy. The wife loves it, the fact that I actually go exercise.
You lost some weight.
I lost about 15 pounds doing it with her. And it was great. And I had never had that much fun in a class in my life.
Tell me about your first class. Were you scared anyone?
I was scared to death. And it was a fun class. I had about 20 people show up. It was great.
Your classes are so diverse. How did you reach so many different parts?
You know,
of the
I
community?
just did I did Facebook, I did word of mouth. I didn't do any other advertisement, people telling people. And I was just blessed to get all kind of people, all ages. My oldest is 93. Then my youngest is maybe 5. Where you see them babies back there stomping around.
Some of the older ones, I love it when you call someone up, a little like Yaya, I think is her name, when you call Yaya up to dance with you.
I know. I just wanted to be fun all the time.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
I got to go to my doctor every 3 months. And every 3 months, I'm getting closer to exercising. I'm getting there. I said, I got a friend. I've been telling her for 5 years. I got a friend that she does Zumba, and now she got Aqua Zumba. And I'm just started coming. But I just decided one day, okay, I just got to go.
And it was hard for her because she's retired, so coming out at 7 o'clock at night is kind of hard for retired people. They like to do their stuff in the morning.
Is she calling you old?
No.
Okay.
Seasoned. I'm seasoned. That's what she said.
Retired people don't want to come out at 7 o'clock.
When I was working, they want to come out at 7 o'clock.
Exactly.
She does make the class fun, and that's what I like. And everybody's happy. Like I said, she's always happy. She always got that smile right there. Yeah, I know.
So why didn't you give up? What made you keep asking her after over 5 years? Most people would have been worn down, right? And
I just knew I would get her sooner or later. Just keep putting my little digs in there, and then the more she complained about her.
Oh, and she would call me out on Facebook.
Yep.
She would call me out.
When I pull up my post and I tag her.
Yeah, she called me
me.
out. Yep, she called me out. So I just decided one day, well, I'm going to surprise her. So I try to be here every Monday as much as possible. Sometimes I just get lazy and I'm just like,
and that's okay.
Okay, I'll see you next week, Toni.
Yep.
So I love it.
I was like, she got a handicap decal.
Well,
Teaching Zumba classes. Was that for your dad?
now it's mine. I have arthritis in my foot.
Really?
Yes, and sometimes when I was working in Everett, the parking lot was far from where I had to work. And in the wintertime, my foot just aches, where I'm limping. And but the doctor said it's just what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. That Zumba, that's all you can do. It's gonna help you. Is to keep moving. So that's why I stress it to so many ladies with ailments and stuff. Just do what you can do. You might not can do everything all full out, but whatever you can do, if it's just stepping side to side, that's something better than sitting on the couch.
That's true. And so sometimes it hurts during class and stuff, you said, during the winter?
It hurts sometimes, even now.
How do you manage that?
I just fight through it.
Look at that big smile.
I fight through it. And I got these new insoles and socks that I wear now that have helped a lot.
Well, that's good. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah. arthritis is no joke. I feel for people that have it. It's an aching that can't describe.
Really? You're like, I've had kids. I've
Yeah, it's on your nerves, and you don't want to be taking a whole bunch of stuff all the time. I don't like taking pills, so I just keep dancing.
Do you have like a favorite Zumba story or like a favorite memory from teaching?
Oh, I know one of my friends. When she was able to come, she hasn't been able to come because she lives so far in her schedule and everything. But I remember her coming, and she was taking about 5 different medications. And the more she came, the more she got involved. It just started her weight started dropping, and her medication started changing. And next thing you know, she was just taking one.
Wow.
I know. And I used to sometimes I just come home, or on the way home from work, I would just cry because people say, Toni, I couldn't get in these jeans. Now I can get in these jeans. Little stuff. It might be little. I mean, I don't take it as being little, because I think it's an accomplishment when somebody can reach any kind of goal,
Yeah, and health is so important.
Yeah, it is very important just to move. If we can get everybody to start moving, just to move a little, even if it's 30 minutes a day, it's something. And that's when at my class, I tell people I don't care about you getting the moves exactly right, and if you can't get the footwork and all that. Even if you just march in place to the music, you're doing something. So it's the main thing is just you're moving.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let go!
I have the good pleasure of hanging out with Miss Zumba Toni. Is that how you would have
Zumba Mama.
Zumba Mama, excuse me. Zumba Mama, aka Miss Toni, aka Level Up, aka. So where we left off, we were talking about
My class.
Yes, your class, and you said the first class you had 20 people, and how you like to welcome people of different dance abilities and ages. So what else did you want to say about that?
That's it. It's a joy to see people move to their ability. And then what I like about my class is everybody concentrates on what they're doing. It's not a competition thing. It's just, I'm here to do what I can do, and I don't care about what you doing or you doing or her up in that corner. We don't care. I don't have that kind of class, which I'm so glad, so grateful.
How do you think you played a part in that, of it not getting like catty or any of those type of things?
I don't know. I don't know. I just tried to create that atmosphere and not being that way myself, Just whoever you are, I'm going to hug and love on you just like everybody else. So try to keep it that way.
Yeah, I think it works. Like I said, every time from the first class, I was like, oh, I like it. It's a good vibe in here. You're welcome. And then your smile, it's genuine. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's part of her ministry right there. It's her smile.
That is my ministry.
When did you find out about Miss Toni's class?
I think it was word of mouth then. And I found out that she had a class over at the Boys and Girls Club off of MLK. So I started going there and was just amazed over all the different nationalities of ladies, different shapes, different sizes. They come from different backgrounds, different ethnic, different physical, some had physical issues, some had, some mental, but it's like a place that you would go and just enjoy yourself and just get away from all of that. And just have a good time with the ladies.
And how many years ago was that?
Ooh, now, this year, 9 years.
What keeps you coming back?
Oh, Gosh, her smile, her enthusiasm, all the ladies. It is, and it's such a good feeling for all the ladies that just come together and just that moment. You just forget all about what's going on in your life, and when those doors shut, it's all about you. It's so important, and it feels so good when you can just kind of get away from that busy life in the world, and you come to a place where it's, I'm sorry, I said I wasn't gonna cry. I said I was
It's
gonna cry.
okay to cry.
But it's beautiful when women can just come together, and a lot of them, like I said, have been through different illnesses, different things that has happened in their life. But just like I said, when they all come together, it's powerful.
So when you got really moved, what was there for you?
I am a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in 2004. Well, since cancer, since then, my body has been kind of going through some changes, and I kind of started getting kind of depressed because it kind of messed with a lot of my memory because I was on different types of chemo. And so it kind of got scary for me, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to remember, all the different songs, all the different movements? Because sometimes it takes me a minute to get it, but it doesn't even matter. And like I said, once you see how many times she does it over and over, you'll get it down, and you'll have it. You'll have it. But it helped motivate me to come and just forget all about what has happened and what my body is going through, and it's just helped me keep going. It's helped me to deal with it better and to know that I'm not the only one out here. I'm not the only one that's going through. So yeah, it's been a big inspiration.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
So was your heart swelling? Was that gratitude?
Oh, yes.
That the,
I thank God for Toni because it's like she's always there. She's always smiling, she's always hugging and kissing us and so glad to see us, and it just feels so good. It feels so good. So yeah, it touches the heart, touches my heart.
I have the best ladies and gentlemen in the nation that come to my class. I have a lady that's 93. We call her Grandma. She's so cute. She's 93 years old. It's just seeing her there getting ready to do some Zumba, girl.
yeah.
I remember the first time she took my class. The first time she took my class, I could see her. I watched her because because she's 92 at the time. So I'm just keeping my eye on her. And she did what she could, but when I got to the warm up part, the cool down song, I just started bawling, and people thought something was wrong. I was crying because this 93-year-old woman did a whole hour of Zumba. She didn't go sit down. She didn't stop. She did her own thing. She moved the whole hour.
Yeah.
And I just had tears.
I was in that class.
Oh, you were? I said, I hope these guys don't think something's wrong. But it was tears of joy. Just to be able to be a part of, see her do that. Just really blessed me.
What would you say is your life purpose?
My life purpose is my love for people, to make people happy. That's my purpose.
Seems like you're doing a pretty good job of that. Even the chicken guy was like, when she walks in the chicken shack.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That is so sweet.
Yeah, because it's so much drama going on in the world today, and you just want to give people a glimpse of happiness somewhere through the midst of it all. I think that's my purpose. Make you chuckle a little bit, do something silly, say something crazy. You can always count on me to say something stupid.
Now, I can't vouch for that part yet.
Or I'll say something to make you laugh.
When things appear to fall apart,
Some way, somehow, in the midnight hour, God always pulls it together. I tell you that. Right when you think everything is crumbling, when you least expect it, he turns it around. That's happens in my life.
Life is.
Life. Oh wow. Life is love.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Feel Good, the podcast. You know, a new year is coming up, and if you reflect and plan the year ahead, if you're one of those planners, I hope that Toni will inspire you not only to look at what you can get in the year to come, but also what you can give, how you can serve, and share your gifts and goodness with others in your unique way, just as Toni is doing. I think nothing captures or summarizes it better than another servant of the entire country, Dr. Martin Luther King, who said, "Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love." I'm signing off as your host, Malika Lee of Feel Good, the podcast, and I encourage you to trust your heart and follow what feels good. You can find me on Instagram at Ms. Malika Lee, and also on the website that I shared earlier, thefeelgoodinstitute.com. Bye for now. Peace.